Welcome to Informed Tourist AI. Are you ready to uncover the hidden risks of places from around the world? Today, we're diving deep into something that could totally wreck your dream vacation: food poisoning. That's right, we're talking about those hidden dangers lurking in even the most beautiful destinations. We're about to uncover the top 10 travel destinations where food poisoning is common. I know, right? You're thinking, Curtis, why you gotta harsh my mellow? But trust me, this is important stuff. We're talking about staying safe, staying healthy, and actually enjoying your trip. This isn't about fear-mongering, it's about being informed. We're going to break down each destination, the risks, and most importantly, how to avoid getting stuck in your hotel room, hugging the toilet, while everyone else is out having the time of their lives. Stay tuned, because the number one danger might just surprise you. Alright, first up, we're headed to the Dominican Republic. Picture this: white sand beaches, crystal clear water, all-inclusive resorts with endless buffets. It's the dream vacation spot for many. Sounds like paradise, right? But here's the thing about those buffets, especially in tropical climates: they can be a breeding ground for bacteria. The warm, humid environment is perfect for bacteria to thrive. Think about it: massive amounts of food sitting out in the heat, seafood, salads, all sorts of things that can go bad quickly. The longer the food sits out, the higher the risk. And it's not just the food itself, it's the sheer volume of people. Hundreds of guests, all eager to dig in. More people, more hands touching the serving spoons, more chances for cross-contamination. It's a recipe for potential disaster if not managed properly. Now, I'm not saying don't eat at the buffets. They can be a highlight of the trip. I'm all about that all-inclusive life. The convenience and variety are unbeatable. But you gotta be smart. Take a moment to inspect the food. Check the food temperatures, make sure things are cooked thoroughly, and maybe go easy on the raw seafood and salads. These are often the culprits. Look, I get it. You're on vacation, you want to let loose, try all the things. It's part of the experience. But trust me, a little caution goes a long way. Simple steps can save your trip. Nobody wants to spend their vacation stuck in their room with a bad case of food poisoning. It's the worst. Remember that time I got sick in Thailand? It was a nightmare. Yeah, not a good look. It ruined a big part of my trip. So, learn from my mistakes, people. Take precautions. Be mindful, be aware, and stay safe out there. Enjoy your vacation without the worry. Next up, we're traveling to Turkey, a land of rich history, vibrant culture, and some of the most delicious food in the world. From the bustling streets of Istanbul to the serene landscapes of Cappadocia, Turkey offers a culinary journey like no other. I mean, who doesn't love a good kebab, right? These succulent, flavorful skewers are a staple of Turkish cuisine and a must-try for any visitor. But even in a culinary paradise like Turkey, food poisoning can be a real concern. It's important to be mindful of what and where you eat to ensure a safe and enjoyable experience. Street food, while often delicious and a huge part of the travel experience, can also be a bit of a gamble. The vibrant street markets are filled with tempting aromas and sights, but caution is key. Those kebabs cooking on the rotating spit, make sure they're cooked all the way through. Undercooked meat can be a breeding ground for bacteria, so it's better to be safe than sorry, and always go to the busy places. High traffic usually means the food is fresh and has a quick turnover, reducing the risk of contamination. Think about it: the more turnover, the fresher the food. Busy vendors are constantly cooking and serving, which means less time for bacteria to grow. If a place is empty, there's probably a reason. It might be a sign that the food isn't as fresh or as good as it should be. Now, I'm not saying avoid street food altogether, just be discerning. Look for signs of cleanliness and food safety practices. Use your best judgment, trust your gut, and if something seems off, move on. It's better to miss out on one meal than to risk getting sick. Another thing to watch out for in Turkey is the water. Tap water can sometimes be unsafe for travelers, so it's best to stick to bottled water. Stick to bottled water, avoid ice in your drinks, and be careful with salads and fruits that might have been washed in local water. These simple precautions can help you enjoy your culinary adventure without any unwanted surprises. Bali, Indonesia, the island of the gods, surfers' paradise, spiritual haven. It's a place of incredible beauty and tranquility. But even in paradise, food poisoning can rear its ugly head. One of the biggest culprits in Bali is seafood. The tropical climate means that seafood can spoil quickly, especially if it's not handled properly. So, if you're indulging in some fresh-caught fish, make sure it's from a reputable place and cooked to perfection. Another thing to be mindful of is the water. As tempting as it is to have a refreshing salad on a hot day, Those leafy greens might have been washed in local water, which can harbor bacteria that our stomachs aren't used to. Stick to bottled water, avoid ice in your drinks, and be cautious with salads and fruits. And when it comes to street food, the same rules apply. Go to the busy places, trust your gut, and if something seems off, walk away. Vietnam, a country of stunning landscapes, bustling cities, and a food scene that's absolutely exploding. From the iconic pho to fresh spring rolls and flavorful banh mi, Vietnamese cuisine is a sensory delight. But even amidst this culinary wonderland, food poisoning can be a real concern. One of the things that makes Vietnamese food so special is the use of fresh herbs and vegetables. But those same herbs, if not washed properly, can harbor bacteria that can lead to some seriously unpleasant stomach issues. So, while you're indulging in all those delicious dishes, be mindful of where you're eating. Stick to places that are clean, busy, and have a good reputation. And as always, trust your gut. If something doesn't seem right, it's probably best to move on. Morocco, a land of ancient cities, stunning deserts, and a cuisine that's as diverse and flavorful as its landscapes. From aromatic tagines to melt-in-your-mouth pastries, Moroccan food is a true feast for the senses. But even in this culinary paradise, food poisoning can be a real concern. One of the things that makes Moroccan food so unique is the use of spices and flavors. But those same spices, if not handled properly, can harbor bacteria that can lead to some seriously unpleasant stomach issues. So while you're indulging in all those delicious dishes, be mindful of where you're eating. Stick to places that are clean, busy, and have a good reputation. And as always, trust your gut. If something doesn't seem right, it's probably best to move on. Egypt, a land of ancient wonders, stunning deserts, and a cuisine that's as rich and diverse as its history. From flavorful koshari to mouth-watering falafel, Egyptian food is a true delight for the senses. But even in this culinary paradise, food poisoning can be a real concern. One of the things that makes Egyptian food so unique is the use of fresh herbs and vegetables. But those same herbs, if not washed properly, can harbor bacteria that can lead to some seriously unpleasant stomach issues. So while you're indulging in all those delicious dishes, be mindful of where you're eating. Stick to places that are clean, busy, and have a good reputation. And as always, trust your gut. If something doesn't seem right, it's probably best to move on. India, a land of vibrant colors, intoxicating aromas, and a cuisine that's an explosion of flavors. From spicy curries to fragrant biryanis, Indian food is a true sensory overload. But navigating the culinary landscape of India can be tricky, and food poisoning is a real concern. The sheer variety of street food in India is mind-boggling, but it's also where you need to be extra cautious. The key is to observe. Look for vendors who are using fresh ingredients, cooking food thoroughly, and maintaining a clean workspace. Another crucial tip for India is to be mindful of the water. Stick to bottled water, avoid ice in your drinks, and be wary of fruits and vegetables that might have been washed in local water. Thailand, the land of smiles, is a haven for food lovers. From the bustling streets of Bangkok to the idyllic beaches of Phuket, Thai cuisine is a symphony of flavors and aromas. But even in this culinary paradise, food poisoning can be a real concern. Street food is an integral part of Thai culture, but it's also where you need to be extra cautious. The key is to observe. Look for vendors who are using fresh ingredients, cooking food thoroughly, and maintaining a clean workspace. Another crucial tip for Thailand is to be mindful of the water. Stick to bottled water, avoid ice in your drinks, and be wary of fruits and vegetables that might have been washed in local water. Mexico, a land of vibrant culture, stunning landscapes, and a cuisine that's as fiery and flavorful as its people. From sizzling fajitas to mouth-watering tacos, Mexican food is a true fiesta for the senses. But even in this culinary paradise, food poisoning, often dubbed Montezuma's revenge, can be a real concern. Street food is an integral part of Mexican culture, but it's also where you need to be extra cautious. The key is to observe. Look for vendors who are using fresh ingredients, cooking food thoroughly, and maintaining a clean workspace. Another crucial tip for Mexico is to be mindful of the water. Stick to bottled water, avoid ice in your drinks, and be wary of fruits and vegetables that might have been washed in local water. We've traveled the globe, explored countless culinary delights, and uncovered the hidden dangers of food poisoning that can lurk in even the most unexpected places. But fear not, fellow adventurers, because knowledge is power, and I'm here to arm you with a comprehensive food safety toolkit to conquer any destination with confidence. First up, trust your gut, literally. Your instincts are often your first line of defense. If something smells off, looks questionable, or just doesn't feel right, don't eat it. It's better to be safe than sorry. Your intuition is your best defense against a culinary catastrophe. Trust it and make decisions accordingly. Next, embrace the power of observation. Being observant can save you from a lot of trouble. When choosing a street food vendor or restaurant, pay close attention to their hygiene practices. This can tell you a lot about the safety of the food. Are they using fresh ingredients? Freshness is key to avoiding foodborne illnesses. Are their cooking surfaces clean? Cleanliness is a strong indicator of overall food safety. Are they handling food properly? Proper food handling practices are essential to prevent contamination. Water everywhere, but not a drop to drink unless it's bottled. That's your mantra, people. Always opt for bottled water to stay safe. Stick to bottled water, avoid ice in your drinks, and be cautious with fruits and vegetables that might have been washed in local water. These simple steps can make a big difference. Pack your probiotics. These little guys are your gut's best friend, helping to maintain a healthy balance of bacteria and boost your immune system. Start taking them a few weeks before your trip and continue throughout your travels. This can help your body adjust to new environments. Finally, remember that food poisoning can happen anywhere, even in the most developed countries. No place is completely immune, so be vigilant, be informed, and most importantly, enjoy the culinary adventures that await you. With these tips, you can savor every bite with peace of mind. And there you have it, folks. The top 10 travel destinations where food poisoning is common, and most importantly, how to avoid becoming a statistic. Remember, knowledge is your best defense. Thanks for tuning in to Informed Tourist AI. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more travel tips and safety advice. Now, before you jet off on your next adventure, check out one of these videos for even more travel inspiration and safety tips. Stay safe, stay informed, and keep exploring.